Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Christmas video. I was very pleased to see that most of you were just as excited as I are about starting Christmas a little bit early. We're definitely pushing back Christmas into like dangerous territory here where before we know it, we're going to be decorating for Christmas in July. So I don't want to get crazy, but I do feel like right after Halloween, totally acceptable, at least in my book. And most of yours. So welcome back. This is going to be kind of a chatty, but it's going to be a Christmas haul. I'm going to share with you guys some different Christmas decorations, items, just other Christmassy things that I have picked up to kick off the Christmas season. I have something exciting to share with you, and we're just going to chat along the way. So for those of you who really just want to see the haul, see the items, all of that stuff, I will put timestamps so that you can just skip right over my rambling and get right to what you want. I respect that. I understand my rambling is not for everyone. So if you just want to see the stuff, check timestamps. But otherwise, I think it's worth hanging around. I think it's worth sticking around. But you know, whatever. I can't tell you what to do with your life. You have to make your own decisions. Busting out my Mrs. Claus coffee cup. You know, got to have that. So the most exciting thing to share with you guys, if you are one of my newsletter subscribers, then you have already seen this because you are special. And if you're not and you want to be special, you can join my newsletter down below in the description box. But I am so thrilled. I have been working on this. I mentioned it to you last year when we started doing our get ready for Christmas, prep for Christmas. I showed you like a teaser of my Christmas planner that I was working on, but I told you that there was no way I was going to get it done in time to share it with y'all that year. But it is done and it is here. The last 2 years have arguably been kind of crazy for everybody. And I knew that this year I wanted a more peaceful, a more joy-filled, a more purposeful Christmas for my family. And so that is really why I created this planner. It's something that I needed. And so I felt like, well, if I needed it, maybe somebody else needs it too. Maybe there's some other mom out there who's like, it's all just floating around in your brain and bouncing around like a ping pong ball. And you just need to like get it in one place, get it down, get organized. For me, this planner is a way to take everything that's floating around in here and put it onto paper, get organized. It's over 70 pages. There are sections for planning, lists, gifts, budgets, your decoration plans, keeping track of your traditions, your Christmas Eve, if you do a Christmas Eve box, your food and drink, party planning, and even for you crazy people who do the elf thing, which I do not do. But I have you in my heart because every year I watch you and I think, I'm so sorry. And I wonder if you're sorry that you started that. Maybe you're not. But I even have a section in there for elf planning, elf antics, if you will. It's all kind of in here, okay? I really feel like I've got you covered. Now, it is a digital planner, so the product comes to you digitally. You are responsible for printing and binding yourself. Depending on how you guys like this year, maybe next year I'll be able to offer a bound version, but for this year, it's just a digital version. So I just had mine printed at Staples. I laminated my cover and bound it myself because I have this stuff from homeschooling, but I believe Staples will also do stuff like that for you. And then I printed off the tabs, which I include in the planner for you to print off your tabs so that you can mark your different sections. It is already changing how I am handling Christmas and the holidays this year. It's just such a practical and helpful tool for me, and I think it can also do that for you as well. The second piece, and maybe the more exciting piece, definitely the piece that took a lot of work and what I have really just been breaking my back over the last few weeks trying to wrap up, finish up, get it all done, is my holiday cookbook. So this is, again, a digital cookbook that I created. It is called Home for the Holidays, and it's just a collection of recipes that our family loves every holiday season. Things that not only does my family love, but honestly, like they've come to expect that I'm going to be making some of these recipes every year. It covers both recipes that we use for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. There are dessert recipes, breakfast recipes, drink recipes, side dishes. So there are 30 recipes that we just love, and I know that y'all will too. I have already gotten messages from some of you about some of the things that you've tried and loved. So it just brings my heart such joy because y'all know, like, I love food. Our family loves food. My husband and I both love to cook. The holidays are always my jurisdiction for cooking, and especially since we moved here, we always host. So I'm often during these holidays cooking for 30 plus people. So you kind of got a lot of palates to please. And these recipes are so good. Listen, you should also know that, like, if you're like, I'm on a diet, I cannot help you with this cookbook. Okay, it's not for it's not for the waistline. Okay, I'm from the South. We like butter, we like bacon, we like sugar. That's what we put in our food. So it's not a healthy holiday recipe, but it is delicious. And if we're just being honest, you know, your family expects delicious food. They don't care if it's healthy. It's the holidays. We all expect that the food is going to be filled with calories, but I promise the calories are worth it. So I do have a bundle. You can buy each of those separately if you just want the cookbook or if you just want the planner, but I do also have a bundle deal going right now. So I'll put all that information down below in the description box. I really did put so much love into these, and I think you guys are going to love them too. So all that information will be down below in the description box. Let's get into the Christmas haul. I don't even know where to begin, I'll be honest with you, but I think we're going to start right here with this pretty little box. I did make a few larger Christmas purchases this year, and that's because last year, as the season was ending and I was putting up decorations, there were certain things that were on their last leg. We had an accident with one thing. Well, I don't know if you call it an accident, a cat incident with our tree, my flocked tree, my favorite flocked tree. In the words of Rafiki, it is time. It was time to get a new tree, and boy did I ever. So we'll get there in a second. So at the end of the holiday season last year, I knew that I was going to need to put money into my Christmas budget to cover new decorations that I wanted. I won't say that we needed, because you don't need it, but that we really wanted. And one of those things, like I said, was new tree. The other was stockings. I wanted some really nice matching stockings for our family. Since we're, almost 100% done. We're having kids. I felt like now I can finally get everybody a stocking. We can get all those, cute matching stockings. And I felt like it was a good time to do that. It's something I've been wanting to do for years, and I just haven't. So I found this shop on Etsy. I had looked around at, what all the different stores have and stuff, but there's some times where you want somebody's handmade touch to something that makes it feel even more special. And of course, also during this time of year, I love supporting small businesses, mamas who are working from home with babies underfoot and running businesses and stuff. So I like to try to find things on Etsy. We'll get into that in other videos when we talk about unique Christmas gifts. Boy, do I have something to share with you guys that's going to blow your mind. It's going to break the internet. And I actually have to order one for myself before I can share it with you guys, because then it might be gone after that. You just wait. The stockings. So she has lots of different variations. They have this faux fur and different like plaid, tartan plaid. Hold on, I'm trying not to drop the whole box on myself. So there are lots of different variations. This one has the plaid and then the faux fur at the bottom. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how are these personalized? Because there's nobody's names on them. Well, again, I thought about doing stockings that were embroidered with everyone's names, but then I saw these and I thought, that's just cute. It's just so cute. And it also gives a little bit of flexibility too with the stockings. So these are these little name tags that I found on Etsy as well. These were very affordable. They're these little wooden name plates. You hang them with the stocking, okay? You hang them right here, so then when you go to put them on your mantle, your little stocking holder hooks, then the name hangs like that. And it's got the little 3 beads, the little wooden nameplate. You can choose different fonts to have your people's names written on. And I just thought that those were so adorable, so cute. The kids loved them. They were so excited. And like I said, especially the nameplates were very affordable. The stockings were very comparable to other like big stores, which I don't know how those small shops can even afford to do that. I expected when I started looking that I was going to have to pay a premium to get a handmade stocking like that from someone on Etsy, but I felt like the prices were very good and the quality is incredible. Okay. Very, very good quality. And I grew up with a mother who's an expert quilter. If you guys didn't know that, she's, I guess, what they're considered called like a master quilter. I am not, but I know what it looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? Like I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. That's basically what it is. I can't do it, but I know it when I see it. It's kind of like coaching, right? Like some of those coaches that are like coaching basketball players, they can't do what they're asking that person to do, but they know what it looks like to do it right. It's the same thing. Okay, told you this was going to be a chatty one. I warned you. Okay, as far as the trees go, I ordered a tree. I have wanted a King of Christmas tree for probably 5 or so years now. And if I'm being real honest, I wanted a giant one. I've seen somebody that has, you know, where they have like the big, beautiful, grand living rooms that are like, I don't know, 100-foot ceilings and stuff. And so then they can put up like an 18-foot Christmas tree. We don't have any ceilings like that in our house. So 7.5 feet was my max. But one of these years I'll get to have a big tree. We'll see. Maybe I'll just put a big one outside. I guess there's already trees outside. So I finally got myself a King of Christmas tree, and I'm showing you these, not because I'm about to give you a rectal exam, but because my husband was laughing so hard when I came out with these. He's like, what the heck are those? And I assured him that there was no examination about to take place. There was no turn and cough happening. These are for fluffing your tree. So with artificial trees, you know that like they kind of like cut up your hands. For me anyways, they also like make my hands itchy. So I would normally just go get some of my gardening gloves and do that. And I just like the touch that King of Christmas, that's a special touch. But these are for fluffing your tree, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. They're for fluffing your tree. What's wrong with you? God, you guys have such dirty minds. So I will link our tree down below in the description box, but I will also link for you. That was the other thing I was going to tell you. Everything I show, if it's something like the King of Christmas tree, which was an investment, at least for us, I realize that affordability and budget, that's something different for everybody. So maybe it's not for you, but it is for us. That's an investment item. And so I will link for you guys cheaper alternatives to anything like that, because we have for years past always had the Walmart trees and really liked them. And you know, like I said, it wasn't that the tree itself went bad. It was that an animal in our house destroyed the tree. So I will link cheaper versions of similar products below if I can. Now, you guys know, I told you my goal is to be totally done with Christmas shopping, wrapping, done with all of the work of Christmas before December 1st, so that I can just enjoy the month of December. I'm starting to question if we're going to get there, but I feel like maybe I can. So not that you need to see this, but I literally have been ensuring that it's part of where my planner's been helping me out with my checklist and thinking ahead about certain things. I've been like, when I went to Costco or Sam's Club and I see Scotch tape for a good price, I bought packages of that for wrapping. I also purchased some wrapping paper, and this is from the Hearth and Home or the Magnolia line at Target. I like the kind of like vintagey Christmas feel of these. These look like sweaters, the striped and the plaid ones. And then I'm also going to link for you guys. I don't have them here to show you because the order has not arrived yet, but Masonette, which is one of my favorite places to look for really special things, special gifts for my kids. I also kind of find it like a fun challenge to try to find the good but affordable things there, because there's also a lot of very expensive things on Masonette, but you can often find some really beautiful things that are actually still like in a reasonable price range. I got some really adorable wrapping paper from Masonette that I know the kids are going to be super excited about. It's really, really cute. So I'll be sure to link that wrapping paper in the description box as well for you guys, because it is adorable. The other thing that I got from Target this year are a couple of new wreaths. So the Studio McGee line at Target, I like the Magnolia, the Hearth and Hand. I have a few things from there, but my kind of go-to, like the first place that I check, is the Studio McGee stuff. That's a little bit more my speed as far as like home decor and just the style of it goes. I found that though Magnolia is coming off the farmhouse stuff a little bit, it's just, that's not really my decoration style and stuff. So I tend to lean towards the Studio McGee line. I'm so sad, you guys. Last year they had these velvet covered Christmas balls. Velvet covered balls. Christmas balls. Is there a better word for that? They sold out like instantly. And I turned on notifications for restocks. I could never get my hands on them. This year, they've come out. They still show the colors from last year, but they show new colors this year. Also, always sold out. I have the notifications on. I'm so sad. I just want velvet balls. I have searched the intranets trying to find comparable velvet balls, and I cannot. So if anybody knows where I can get velvet balls, let me know. If any of you guys were the lucky birds who got your hands on the velvet balls, I hope you love them. Take good care of them. Be good to them. I hope you know how lucky you are to have them. And if you ever get tired of them, send them to me. But speaking of Studio McGee, I did get some of their wreaths. I got 2 of their wreaths. So they have a new wreath and garland. I have not purchased the garland yet because I'm going to wait till I pull out my Christmas decorations and see what kind of condition my garland is in. Part of the reason I'm tempted is because I kind of this year, as part of my like simplifying Christmas, I still want to decorate everything like I normally do in terms of like decorating the property and the house. I just want to simplify the decorations themselves. And I've gone through periods where I really love the flocked stuff. And this year I kind of want like a natural Christmas feel. So I kind of like just the greenery, no flocking. We'll see. I love the wreaths. They are beautiful. Such good quality, such full wreaths. You know, sometimes when you buy things from like Target or what, you expect that it's not going to be that great, right? But it really is. And for the price, I've just been very, very impressed, particularly with the Studio McGee stuff and the Hearth and Home stuff from Target. So I can't necessarily speak to all the Christmas stuff there, but those two lines seem to be pretty good. The other thing that I really fell in love with last year, so I purchased more of this year, is the globe lights or the ball lights. There's lots of balls happening. I put the globe ones on our barn last year, and then I just kind of like stepped back and was like, why have I not been using the globe lights all along instead of the pointy ones? My intention is to do all of our outdoor lights decorating with the globe lights this year because I just love them so much. I just think they're so adorable. I've got a few I need to replace from last year that are broken. I also really love the Wonder Shop, the little dew lights, the LED ones that have the little battery packs. There's some behind me kind of floating around there on my record player. But I especially love these for the kids' rooms and any decoration that I do in the kids' rooms. We usually do like a boys and a girls tree. I just love these the kind of like fairy lights. I would say they're very light, but they're perfect for, it's just kind of a little trick of mine. It's always more expensive to buy the wreath or whatever it is with lights already on it. I understand why, but it can also be a lot more to get it with lights depending on what it is. So I love using these instead because they're usually $5. Yeah, $5 for these, and you can put the timers on them, and they have a bit of like a softer, more magical feel to them. This is what I like to use on my wreaths for lights instead of buying wreaths that are pre-lit. Or even like if I have an older wreath or something, I have a wreath that I got from Costco like 15 years ago. The lights on it are kaput. So I can still use it and light it up with these bad boys. So I really like those. I also grabbed this snowflake cookie stamps from Hearth and Hand from Magnolia at Target. I just thought it was very cute. Again, my intention this year is to do more baking with the kids, more of like the hands-on stuff with the kids, more of just, you know, the general fun stuff that I know will make lasting memories for them and not just stuff. Over the years, we've gotten pretty good at not just doing stuff with our kids or like giving them stuff at Christmas in terms of like overdoing it with presents and stuff. We do have 8 kids to buy for, so it always looks very full under our tree, but it's not like vomiting presents all over our house. We try to be very mindful, thoughtful about what we're getting our kids. And even more so than that, I've tried to focus on like quality things. I can't do all the junky stuff all the time all over the house. It just gets destroyed. So with that said, focusing on fewer presents, but really good quality things that I know will actually last for them or be really meaningful for them. And then more of like together stuff. So like cookie baking and stuff. The other thing that I wanted to mention as far as the lights go. So with like these globe lights or even the fairy lights, just depending on where you're using them, I grabbed these and I've used them here on the lights behind me. These are little command hanging hooks. They have like a little bit of a clip on them, which allows you to take the green part of the light and like clip it under. And then you can get different sizes, different weights, for how much they'll hold. But Christmas lights themselves are relatively light, especially if you're putting these close enough together, then no single one of these is holding too much weight. But these are just really, really helpful for hanging lights in kind of obscure places or where you don't want to use like a staple gun or a nail or something like that. I really like these. I kind of wish I would have used them in years past, but I didn't. Here we are. Jingle bells. I love a good set of jingle bells, and I find the sound quite lovely. So I love putting these on like the front and back door. Number one, it allows me to peep even further on my family and children and where they're coming and going and opening the door and closing the door. But also it just has you hear them and you just have like the Christmas feel, Or some of you sitting over there right now going, Angie, I don't hear the bells. Can't hear it, can you? Sad. I can still hear it. Oh yes, the other thing I really wanted to show you guys. I don't know if this has ever been available in years past. I've never seen it. Maybe it has been. But it's kids' disposable coloring placemats. This is great for, number one, just a fun Christmas coloring activity for your kids. from now leading up to Christmas, but also if you're hosting and you're going to have, 12 kids and you are having a seated dinner for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I mean, I don't see a reason why you couldn't use Christmas ones at Thanksgiving. I don't care. But if you're having a seated dinner and you know that it's going to take a second for kids to get their plates, and that can always be tough on little kids. And if you want to avoid having tablets and electronics at the table and stuff, this could just be a great kid distraction. Or you could just use it as fun Christmas coloring pages for your kids between now and Christmas. I thought this was so adorable. I also got myself a little Christmassy apron. So I have my apron that I wear for cooking that's like a full-size linen apron, but saw this one from Magnolia. She has a full-size one as well. I think there might even be a plaid print. Sorry, you guys know every time I start talking in videos, I get hair stuck on my lip. There might be a full-size one, but I like the little half apron as well, depending on what I'm cooking, how messy I plan to be. I just thought this was so cute. And they do have like a matching kids one if you want to have a matching kids one. I cannot do that because the second I put that on one child, all small children would start screaming and fighting over it. So unless I plan to buy like 5 of them, then I just don't buy any of them. I picked up this wreath and I have never purchased I don't know, maybe it's called like a hoop wreath, perhaps. That's what makes sense in my mind. But I've never had a hoop wreath like this before. But I saw this one and I really loved the color. I kind of am really into the velvet and some of the like burgundy plums, some different color, like the green with the purpley plums, burgundies. Feel like it's not red and green, but it still feels very Christmassy to me. So I really, really like this. I thought it was really pretty. I got to figure out exactly where I'm going to hang that because sometimes I purchase things before I know exactly where they're going to go. But trust me, it will find a very good home. I love a good layered rug, the like kind of plaid or some kind of print underneath, and then your pretty Christmas rug on top. This year for our front door, I think is what I'm going to do with it. But for our front door, I just purchased the Merry Christmas red doormat from Magnolia. And then I purchased this red and kind of cream colored plaid rug to go under it. I love the layered rug look, and I think that those will go really well together. So I'm going to work on my Christmas porch very, very soon. I'm quite looking forward to doing my Christmas porch this year. I will be sure to share a picture of that when it's done, when I do my full Christmas porch, as it were. And I can't forget the Christmas Dollhouse decorating kit. This is so cute. If you have a dollhouse lover, a few of my kids actually like to play with the dollhouse, but one in particular, Ivy, just adores her dollhouse and playing with like little figurine things and honestly anything. She turns pens and straws and whatever into people. My husband's fishing lures, they all become little people. And she loves playing with her dollhouse that we got her for Christmas a few years ago. And so I saw this and just could not pass it up. It's like a Christmas decorating kit for the dollhouse. So they get a little Christmas tree, a fireplace with stockings and presents. So adorable. I'll be giving this to the kids before Christmas so they can play with it throughout the holiday season, probably like December 1st kind of a thing, so they can play with it and get some use out of it before it's actually Christmas. But that was so adorable. I had to share. And the last thing I'm just going to mention, and actually I'm not even sure if I dreamed it or if I saw it. I don't have it. When I'm done filming today, I'm going to the store to look for it. So I figured I'd tell you so you can go to the store and look for it too if you want. I'm really hoping I didn't dream this. I didn't dream this. It's for real. I think I saw an advertisement saying that Target now has like holiday flavored whipped creams. So they have like a peppermint whipped cream, a gingerbread whipped cream, and I think another one. There might be 3 or 4 holiday flavored whipped creams. I need it in my life. Maybe you do too. I don't know if I can link to it because I'm really hoping it's not from my imagination. It was so early in the morning that now I'm questioning my own brain. I'm certain it's real. I feel it in my bones. I'm certain it's real. By the time this video goes up, I'll know for sure. Maybe I'll just cut this part out if I dreamt it and it's not real. All right, you guys, that is it. As I warned you, it was going to be a long video. I appreciate you hanging in there if you made it all the way to the end. Don't forget to check out the Christmas planner and the holiday cookbook. That's all linked down below in the description box. You can join my newsletter if you would like as well. I send out 3 emails a week right now. I do a Wednesday encouragement email, which is just a short encouragement from me to you, stuff going on in my life, things I've learned or things that I find helpful that I think might help y'all too. And I know that you love them because I get so much feedback on them. So I know that you guys really enjoy those. And then I have just recently added in Friday favorites. favorites. So Friday favorites is just a condensed email where I share 5 things from the week that I'm loving. I share a recipe with you guys. I share a Friday funny, and then we share a Friday floof, which is just a cute picture of some of the animals from around here that I don't post anywhere else. So it's something that's not on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. It's just a picture. Not that there would be a picture on YouTube, but you know what I mean. It's just special for the newsletter folks. So, and then Sundays is our Giddy Up Sunday roundup, where we round up the week. So if you're not a newsletter friend already and you would like to be, that information will be down below as well. I hope you guys are having a fantastic kickoff to November. I'm so excited. I have so much fun content. Please let me know in the comments if there's something in particular that you would really like to see holiday related content over the next couple months. If there's just anything in particular you feel like, please do a video about this, or let's talk about this or that, whatever it may be. Just let me know down below in the comments. That's it for me today, and I will see y'all again very soon. Bye.